Hi guys, we're back to Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple and Solana today. So let's start with Bitcoin. As usual, we're looking at the weekly chart, and currently the price is struggling around this green support line. So this green support line, I've drawn it a few sessions back. It's basically where the first level was. So as of this moment, it seems to be going a little bit lower, but it found a little support. So you see this little, let me enlarge it because people on mobile phones may not be easy to see if it's too small. See this little wick over here, right? So there seems to be somebody buying and pushing the price back, trying to push it back to the green line at least. As of this moment, it's level to where mid-May was, the week of mid-May. So it depends on whether it can stay the same, because based on the weekly picture, given this, you see the trajectory is like bending. So we have this straight line, right? Right now it looks like it's curving, it's going flat. So it's a bit like what happened to the buying climax period. So it came up and then flattened out and eventually come down before it got another boost. So that was back in March last year, February, March last year. All the way till September. So almost half a year, we see declining volume as well as this lower peaks, lower lows. And then currently, it's a bit different the way it is seeing these big candles, right? So compared to here, it's only near the end we see two larger red candles. And the volume themselves, it's higher as well this time. So there's much more selling power at this level compared to the level over here. That's the big picture perspective. In terms of resistance and support levels, here the top boundary of the box is still the resistance level, given Bitcoin is basically around its all-time high. There's no prior reference as to what the next horizontal line kind of resistance level. So this box, if you have been following for a while, you know this is a moving bar or moving goalpost like a kind of thing. So if it goes up, if it takes more time to accumulate and then it eventually gather sufficient momentum and shoot up, then obviously it may be able to reach a higher price. But however, so just for drawing sake, right, it doesn't mean it has to go that way. It all depends on market demand and what factors are driving those demand. Is it very short term or is it long term factors? So if indeed there's some accumulation happens and does push the price up, if it's around like late November, early December this year, then just by drawing in the chart, wild guess, it can be 140k roughly. However, if it happens sooner, then say if it happens in early September, then it would be somewhere around 130k. So that's why you have seen some predictions saying, oh, 12, like 120k or even higher. But we all know it's not going to go up as a straight line. So that's the thing, right? We won't expect it goes up like 100,000 in a week, unless something very crazy happened, right? So back to the so we've talked about the resistance, back to the support level. Currently it's hovering around this green line, and we know the next green line is at around 74k. This level has been tested during the late March period. So let me get the chart larger again. So this period during early March till early April, that was the level being tested. So if the price does come down, there are two resistance level, support level. One is the bottom of this box, obviously. So if it happens like 2 weeks later or 2 to 3 weeks later, it would be around 90k, and it kind of match the level here as well. So you see a lot of wicks around this area, right? So basically this could be one of the near or immediate support that the price would find. And interestingly, if it does come down around 3rd or 4th week of July, this horizontal support line coincidentally crosses with the box. So the bottom edge of the box, let's change the color of this line, let's say to orange, so it's easier for me to explain to you next time. So I'll keep this line over here and see over the course of next 2 to 3 weeks whether when the price comes down, whether it would bounce up from here. And also there is this little triangle over here. So the more we get into later this month, around October, November time, the price is going to be trapped inside this narrow angle. So there would be some sort of breakout going to happen. So it would be interesting few months coming forward. So immediate term, in 2-3 weeks time, around mid-late July, and then eventually when we get to October time, then if the price is still within this range around or between this orange line and the upper green line, then there will be something interesting that we will see happening. And to the daily, looking at the trends, so the price shot up to a level a little bit lower than late May, and then it's a kind of downward trend going on, like a bullish flag, but it's like I would say a downward playground zone. So basically the price broke out from the last flag just to return to a similar level, or like just even lower than the previous, and then it started another flag. So it looks like it's going to do something similar. However, we're seeing it's getting closer to this pink line over here. It's the top edge of the short-term playground zone, the pink short-term zone. So here, either today, tomorrow, or later, probably next 3 or 4 days, it depends on how the price goes, right? So it can go a little bit sideways, or it can just pop down and then pop up again, just like what happened over here in early this month. So the key thing is whether it will find solid support on this pink line, like over here, or is it going to come down following this blue box trend and only find support at the second pink line, the center line of the box. So this is something that let's say if somebody is looking at this like a double head, then they would probably say, it's going to come down. And so this pink line at the center around 97k roughly would be the first support level. But the stronger support level would obviously be around 91k. That's where it happened late last year and beginning of this year as well. So that's it for